How many of you have been to an ARRL Field Day event? Summer Field Day specifically is coming the last weekend of this month in June. I want to show you an excerpt real quick and then I'll talk about it, made by the famous Jim Davis. You might remember his voice, HamRadioConcepts. He made a video with the Vero Beach Amateur Radio Club announcing their field day plans for 2026. And I got to tell you, I've said it so many times in the video about ham clubs and everything. Ham clubs are really in trouble, but Vero Beach W4OT really has it nailed down, man. They have such a display at their field day for bystanders and everybody. They usually do it at a public place, and they have so much to offer to get people into the hobby. Very active group, all kinds of stuff set up, and they're so welcoming at the Vero Beach Amateur Radio Club. You can show up there with your friends or family, not even licensed, and get on the air, and they will help you and show you what ham radio is. Let me show you this cool video they just posted, and then I'll talk a few things of my opinions of ham radio and field day.
Nice to meet you, Mike. My name's Jennifer. I'm located about 30 miles south of Anchorage, Alaska.
Field Day is Ham Radio's open house, where you can discover the fascinating world of amateur radio and learn about the science, skill, and service of ham radio. From satellites to solar, this isn't your father's ham radio. Experience cutting-edge technology, see live demonstrations, and learn how ham radio serves our communities and our nation. Join us this Saturday and Sunday at the Red Cross facility at 26th Street and 17th Avenue for the Vero Beach Amateur Radio Club annual Field Day.
After watching that video, that seems really enticing, right? Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on for this field day. You may have never heard of it, and W4OT, Vero Beach Ham Radio Club, really has it going on. Thanks to Jim for making that video. But a lot of people have told me over the years that their field day experience has sucked, because it's always, that's what they tell me, always a bunch of people that are not inviting, that show up out of nowhere because they're using it as an excuse to get away from their wife at home and talk about everything except radio. And they're not inviting, they don't have people showing them what radios they have set up and what modes they're using, and inviting them to meet people and get acclimated in the hobby in their area. So a lot of people have told me they rather take their field day experience with a friend out somewhere to a beach or a park or a mountain and operate by themselves because they could do what they want to do. Now, field day is very important for ham radio. It's the big open house for ham radio. Not only are you using it to brush up your skills, to operate in the field with emergency power, battery, solar, generator, however you do it, away from your normal operating practice, and get out in the field and meet people you only talk to in the area on the radio, and set up a station where anybody in the public can come there and see you guys and know what you're doing. How many friggin' times am I going to hear from people, look at those antennas, are you looking for ET? You know, it's really, really sad that those people, even if they're 60 years old and they've known everything in the world, they don't know what we're doing because somebody hasn't even explained it to them. That's sad. They're missing a little bit of knowledge there. And they look at you driving around, what are these people doing? Wow, there's a bunch of geeks over here. Honey, grab the kids, let's get out of here. I've seen it all. I cannot operate in a portable a lot of times because people are grabbing their kids thinking I'm some weirdo that's hacking their cell phones. That's what field day is for, is to invite, set up with your club, get people operating. A lot of people only operate on field day. You know that? A lot of people only do that. That's their one chance to get out there and do ham radio with their portable stuff or whatever. Usually, there's a summer field day and a winter field day. Summer field day is usually the last weekend of June, which is coming up, and the winter field day is sometime in the peak of the winter there. So you got a winter solstice and a summer solstice area, and that's when field day is. But field day lately has seemed more like a contest. I know I'm right. Comment below. People are using this for awards, and they're not even caring about what people think when they drive by. At the Vero Beach Amateur Radio Club, listen, you can go on my channel and just type in W4OT Field Day. And you're going to see a lot of the videos I've done over the years. They always have something set up. And the Go-To station, Get on the Air station, it's a whole presentation. It shows you what we do, how the Vero Beach Amateur Radio Club interacts with the American Red Cross, and the local sheriff knows who we are, and the local Red Cross knows who we are. I mean, everybody knows who we are. And you, as a non-licensed person, can show up, introduce one of your friends as well to ham radio through field day, and get on the air under the club call at the Go-To station. There's points involved, And the points on field day are involved to get people an interest to do it. If there was no points, take away any sort of reason to go there, and then they just sit home with their wife and complain all day. You know what I mean? It's a contest, or it's not a contest, it's a point system, but it's not a contest, okay? So the Vero Beach Club, they're always inviting, they're always cool. I hope that somebody shares this video with clubs and say, why don't we do this? Now listen, you don't have to do what Vero Beach Amateur Radio Club is doing. They have a big outfit. We got 2 trailers, we got all kinds of support from the county, and they usually make a spectacular event. 40, 50 people show up. There's somebody always cooking, there's somebody always helping set up antennas, and there's a lot of camaraderie there. If that dies in the hobby, we're in trouble, okay? Because the last one that they did was at the Environmental Learning Center in Wabasso, Florida. And man, they always do their field days at public parks and public places. They actually did the last special event station at the ELC this year, right at the time of a huge event. There was thousands of people coming there to learn about the Indian River Lagoon. And guess what? Every one of them passed by their trailer. There was a lot of people stopping by saying, wow, what are you guys doing? There's always a couple people that are, hey, welcome. Let me show you what we're doing. You don't have to be, you need a ham radio. When else shit hits the fan, you got nothing. Don't do that. Scares them away, okay? Just be like, hey, let me show you what we're doing here. This is Jan, this is Jim, that's Mark, this is Don. We're all doing this here as a promotion for ham radio. We do a once-a-year event here at Field Day, and we'd like you to, ask some questions. Check this out. Look at this. That's what keeps Field Day good. When Field Day becomes a contest and you got 4 blowhards that are in the picnic table and they can't give you the time of day to answer a question, I highly recommend talk to some people in your club that you do get along with and start something else. Start something else with a picnic table, an umbrella, and get out there somewhere where you're approved in a public place and just try to at least encourage one person to understand and be interested on what you're doing on ham radio. That one person may get involved and start sharing it. That's what we need. Field Day is not a contest. It's not a sport. It's not an emergency practice. It's like open house for ham radio that gets people together to experiment and try new things away from your current operating practice. You're doing away with your big QRO or a huge legal limit amplifier. I probably didn't use the right Q code there, but whatever. You are getting away from that, and you're getting more comfortable where you can set up a portable station somewhere and make contacts across the world and fill up the logbook for that club. And then of course there's awards after, like, hey, look what this club does. Vero Beach Club actually does hundreds and hundreds of contacts. There's always somebody on voice, there's always somebody on digital, there's always somebody on Morse code. And I'm going this year, hopefully I can get to, I'll have Moon at some point in that 24-hour event, and I'm going to try to score them an EME contact, Earth, Moon, Earth on Field Day for their logbook for points. That'll be fun for me. But why am I doing that? Not to make a video, not to be some blowhard, because that's going to entice other people. Holy cow. Eric just made a contact with the club on EME. I want to try EME. There you go. Snowball starts going. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks, Jim, for the one he made. Thank you for W4OT Vero Beach Club for always keeping ham radio interesting, inviting, and fun in Indian River County. 7-3.
Ham Radio Concepts is brought to you by HamRadioPrep.com. It's never been easier to learn about ham radio before you take the exam. And Ham Radio Prep makes it fun and guarantees your success. Visit HamRadioPrep.com. Use the code ERIC20 to instantly save 20% off every course you buy. Remember the name, HamRadioPrep.com.